Guayaquil, Ecuador, a seventh Colombian associated in the August death with Ecuador official competitor and hostile to defilement crusader Fernando Villavicencio has passed on in jail, authorities said Saturday. The jail's authority said in an explanation that the man killed in Quito's El Inca jail, like the six who passed on Friday in a jail in Port City, Guayaquil, was connected to Villavicencio's homicide. It offered no subtleties of the most recent demise or of how the casualty was associated with the legislator's death. The power said before that Friday's killings happened in the midst of riots at the Guayas 1 jail in Guayaquil, a successive scene of horrendous conflicts between drug-dealing posses. The occurrences occurred only 7 days before a key political race runoff in Ecuador. Traditional President Guillermo Tether, who was on a confidential excursion to New York on Friday and was expected in South Korea on Saturday for an authority visit, canceled his outing to get back to Ecuador right away. The SNAI Detainment Facilities Authority said Friday that the departed in the Guayaquil jail were Colombians blamed in the August 9 homicide for Villavicencio, as the 59-year-old columnist was leaving a convention in Quito days before the first-round vote. The Public Investigator's Office said that its representatives, alongside police and the military, were executing security conventions. Considering the unsettling influence that happened Friday, it included in a proclamation X that before long, specific military staff will complete the principal strikes and surveillance of Cell Block 7, where the episodes began, to assume command over the circumstance. Specialists have given no further insights concerning the killings. The October 15 political race runoff will be between a nearby partner of previous communist president Rafael Correa, of whom Villavicencio was a wild rival, and a conservative up-and-comer. The death of Villavicencio, a moderate who had been surveying and runner-up, shook Ecuador days in front of the August 20 public decisions in which defilement and the nation's declining security circumstance were significant subjects. 6 Colombians with long lawbreaker records were captured soon after, while a 7th was killed at the location of the crime. Villavicencio had completed scores of examinations, including uncovering a tremendous Unite network which prompted previous President Correa being condemned to 8 years in jail. Correa escaped the country to stay away from prison time and has been living someplace far off, banished in shame in Belgium for a considerable length of time. Villavicencio had gotten under the skin of packs and medication dealers with his standing for revolting against the cartels, a significant number of which work out of jails across Ecuador. Guayas 1, which houses nearly 6,800 detainees, is one of 5 offices that make up an enormous jail complex in Guayaquil, a key port city that has become one of the nation's undeniably horrendous focuses of a turf battle between rival drug-dealing posses. In excess of 430 prisoners have kicked the bucket brutally beginning around 2021, many of them dissected and burned in the midst of questions between rival groups. In late August, many watchmen were kidnapped at a few jails around the nation before in the long run being delivered. On Ecuador's roads, manslaughters have quadrupled somewhere in the range of 2018 and 2022, moving to a record 26 for each 100,000 occupants. That rate could move to as high as 40 this year, authorities on the matter agree. Ecuador was once a serene shelter settled between the world's biggest cocaine makers Colombia and Peru. Notwithstanding, the conflict on drugs in other South American countries uprooted drug cartels to Ecuador, which has huge Pacific ports with laxer controls, boundless debasement, and a dollarized economy.